The NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs is officially underway. Glad to have you here on the Inside Lane. I'm your host, Devon Henry on Sports 360 AZ. And today we get to talk to one of those competing in the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs. Joining us on the Inside Lane, he is a three-time ARCA East Series winner, the 2006 Limited Late Model champion at Hickory Motor Speedway, and the 16th seed in the 2020 NASCAR Playoffs. Driver of the Wood Brothers Racing, number 21 Ford Mustang from Grass Valley, California, it's Matt Guido DiBenedetto. Matt, thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Glad to be here.
Well, right now it looks like you're on your way to having a little bit more fun than just talking to me. What are you doing right now? You're on the road, dude.
Yeah, we took a little trip with a friend of mine down the road, so we had to get some work done to a motorcycle of his, so we just took a little cruise today.
That's awesome, man. Getting out a little bit of fresh air, and I know that the past couple of weeks have probably been a little stressful on you guys. The last team to make it into the Cup Series playoffs, and now with 2 races left in the round of 16, I know Darlington wasn't really the outcome that you were looking for, but what are you guys doing right now just to prepare for the next 2 races to try to get to that second round?
Yeah, no, it was awesome to make the playoffs. Just Darlington was really tough. You know, it was, with this year having no practice, no qualifying, there's going to be certain races where it bites you a little bit, and that one got us at a pretty rough time. You know, the first race of the round, first round of the playoffs. So, but it happens though, and we've got a couple tracks coming up that we're really looking forward to. Richmond and Bristol, 2 short tracks. Obviously, I grew up short track racing, so hopefully we can go up there and recover. But we've had a lot of good race cars this year and good speed, so we should be fine.
Well, it's been fun to watch you guys. I mean, obviously, first of all, you take advantage of every single opportunity that you get in a race car, and then the Wood Brothers are kind of coming back to prominence here in the NASCAR Cup Series. How have both of you kind of evolved throughout this year together?
Yeah, it's been a process. It's been a lot. I mean, it's obviously awesome. So much fun driving for the Wood Brothers and the whole family. You know, when you drive for that team, you are literally part of the family for life, and it's a special feeling. It's so cool. But as far as the team, we've had a lot of work to do, and especially with all the variables that have been thrown at us this year. So we've had fast race cars, but execution, communication, things we had to work on to get better, especially with no practice and things like that. So, but we got really good through the mid-stretch of the season where we were clicking off, you know, a bunch of stage points and top 5s, top 10s consistently running up front. And then kind of the later part of the year, right before the playoffs started, we had some bad luck, some rough races where we got taken out in a couple and things like that. But no, we know we have the speed, and luckily we're in the playoffs, which is most important. And hopefully we can make some good stuff happen these next 2 races.
And, of course, it's been a strange year all around for everyone with the pandemic and, of course, all the schedule changes. And then, of course, going to a new team every year is probably not helpful either. But being at home for so long over the past few months, how have you, your wife Taylor, and then, of course, Brian, been able to bond a little bit closer throughout the past few months?
Yeah, we've had a lot of time to hang out, that's for sure. And I just do all my work and meetings, you know, Zoom meetings. I've become quite familiar with Zoom this year. I do all that from home. So, no, we're a little introverted anyways. We're kind of homebodies, and we don't go out a whole lot. So really it hasn't affected us too much, other than I just miss the camaraderie with my team and being able to go to the shop and, you know, go to lunch with our guys and travel with them and, you know, and go out to dinner with them on the road and things like that. So that's the stuff I miss. But as far as the home life, that's been, you know, still been good. We cook a lot of food, grill, you know, stuff like that. We've, my wife and I work out together quite a bit. So we've been able to still have plenty of fun, enjoy being outside.
Well, hey, it sounds like a ton of fun, and something that I know about you. Of course, we're going to Phoenix Raceway for the championship on November 8th. That's actually where you made your Cup Series debut, and someone very near and dear to our hearts here at Sports 360 AZ is Tucson, Arizona's own Alex Bowman. You guys seem to have a lot of bit of fun together whenever you're walking down the grid or anything. You guys have a lot of pranks, a lot of fun, and it's kind of strange because you two have somewhat similar stories but different ways to kind of get to the same spot in the NASCAR Cup Series. Take me through your relationship with Alex Bowman. How did you two get to be such good friends?
Yeah, we had we went different routes, but similar paths to to get here. So that's that's been neat. I got to know Alex back in 2011. We were teammates at a K&N Series team that we were driving for, X-Team Racing. And so he was really young back then, and we became good friends. And a lot of it, honestly, the reason that we became friends was, aside from the racing stuff, it was more so that we're both really big into cars, like street cars, into that kind of car culture scene or whatever you'd like to call it. We modify our cars. I've had a bunch of, high horsepower, kind of fun, cool stuff. He has too. So that was really our most common interest that, brought us together as friends.
Have you guys worked on any cars together, kind of building one up?
No, we've always had our separate stuff. We've had some of the same cars, though. We've had a couple of the same vehicles. So, but, obviously he drives for Chevrolet. I drive for Ford. So now, I have a Mustang. He has, he has a Corvette. And so we have and he has a couple some really cool cars. He has a Porsche and different stuff. So, no, we've always enjoyed, even during the time of the pandemic, we met up and did a little car cruise. We just planned out a little route and had some fun and cruised around for the day. So it's always been a good passion of ours.
Just about everyone in pro motorsports, they either come from a racing background and family, or they come from a bunch of money backing them. And you kind of came from neither of those. So you've come and you've been able to do the best possible job and overachieve in whatever equipment that you've been in. Why do you think Matt DiBenedetto went from some kid from Grass Valley, California, to a NASCAR Playoffs championship contender?
I've definitely been fortunate to get to where I am. It's taken not only a lot of hard work and a whole bunch of sacrifice, but a tremendous amount of luck that people possibly couldn't imagine, being right place, right time so many times. And then obviously, taking any equipment that I was in and going a different path than a lot of people, and having to take, underfunded equipment and make the most of it and get the best runs in existence for smaller teams, things like that, which is, I'm appreciative of that. I got about it that way, though, because it's taught me to be a better driver, a better person, and how much to appreciate the opportunities that you get. So it's a really long story that people wouldn't believe, and I always laugh and say one day I'd have to write a book on it, because people wouldn't believe the story and how lucky we've gotten to defy all the odds with everything stacked against me.
Talking with Matt DiBenedetto here on the Inside Lane, driver of the Wood Brothers, number 21. Before I let you go, Matt, we got to do a segment I do with every single driver. It's called Quick Time. I got some rapid-fire questions for you, looking for some answers in return. You ready to set quick time, Matt?
Sounds good.
All righty. First and foremost, your favorite track to race out regardless of the car?
Bristol.
Bristol. Well, yeah, that makes sense, but can you dig in a little bit deeper why for those who might not know?
I love short track racing, and Bristol I've had a lot of success at. Over the years, it's been a really good place to be in. And it's super high banked. It's a really unique short track, and it's a lot of fun. So that's by far my favorite place.
We'll head to Phoenix for the championship on November 8th. The Wood Brothers have never won there, although you made your Cup Series debut there. They do have one career pole, though. Can you give a guess at what driver is the only driver to run for the Wood Brothers and have a pole at Phoenix?
Oh, man, I'm going to guess I'll go with Ricky Rudd.
That's I love Ricky Rudd. Great guess, but it's actually a lot more recent than that. A little bit of a trick question. It's just Ryan Blaney back in 2017.
Oh, okay.
One of your good friends over at Penske. So not all that long ago.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking more old school.
You would think so. All right. You are one of the few drivers that is very active on Reddit. Do you have a favorite interaction on Reddit that kind of comes to mind?
Oh, man. I don't know if I have particularly a favorite interaction. I think I like the fact that they supported kind of the underdog type story and were really behind me from the beginning. So that's where you have a really true fan base that supports you, and they've been behind me from, and really they pay attention to different stuff than a lot of people, in the situation that I've been in. So that's just a cool group, I guess you could call it.
Well, to close this out, I was digging through some stuff last week, and I managed to find this in all my stuff. It's your old Go Fast Racing hero card, and this actually has a very near and dear spot in my heart because, believe it or not, my first ever time as media at a NASCAR race, I got this sticker, and this is the hero card that I just so happened to put it on. So this is very near and dear to my heart. I have it in my room. But I do want to go over a couple of things and kind of fact-check a couple of things that are on your bio here that I want to check up on real quick. See if you're still doing it. It says right here that Matt says he is not superstitious, but wears the same pair of camouflage socks every race. Is that still true?
No, I threw that superstition out the window. So no more superstitions at all. Not even the socks.
Well, you've been doing pretty good the past couple of years, so I think you've been okay. And the other part here is that you are an avid golfer, gun enthusiast, and you cook in your free time. Now, would Taylor agree that you are a good cook in the kitchen? Not just on the grill, but in the kitchen as well. Since that's on there, I got to know. What would Taylor say?
So no more golf. I quit that for life. I totally retired. That sport made me way too mad. Do like guns, though, of course. But as far as cooking, I think I'm probably best at grilling, using the smoker, things like that. Although I can, cook in the kitchen well. But I think my wife's kind of taken over that duty. She's better at the in the kitchen cooking. So probably more grilling and outdoor stuff for me.
Well, Matt, I appreciate your time, man. You've earned so much respect over the past couple of years, and I cannot wait to see you in Victory Lane, and I know it's coming up soon, man. Best of luck in the NASCAR playoffs, and hoping to see you not just in the round of 12, but maybe here fighting for a championship in Phoenix on November 8th.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate you having me on, and my chauffeur, Houston, here says thank you as well.
Well, thank you for chauffeuring him, safely driving in. Also, what is your shirt? I love the mustache. American flag mustache.
This is Sornex exercise equipment. So they have a really cool logo. I've always liked it. They gave me some shirts, and that's the gym equipment I'm going to order for our new home gym coming up next year.
I love it. Well, hopefully I can talk to you again because obviously you are a big fitness guy. You got plenty more things I'd love to talk to you about. But for now, we'll leave it there and just tell you best of luck this weekend at Richmond.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate it.
This was the Inside Lane here on Sports 360 AZ. Keep it to Sports 360 AZ for everything coming up for NASCAR Championship Weekend.